So recently, I've been going through some of my old footage that I had laying around on a hard drive, and I came across this little doozy, a piece of footage that I recorded apparently back in 2021, actually on September 11th, 2021, which is, I don't think I was playing the game at the time. I think I might have just returned, and I had a bucket list of things that I wanted to do. And one of those things just so happened to be kill absolute virtue, which is something I've never done in the past. And up to this point, I haven't played the game in several years. And I just recently returned back and I was like, I might as well do it now that I can actually solo it. So, with that being said, I decided, hey, why not do it on Summoner and just fool around, have some fun, and don't take it too seriously. So, what we have to do is finish farming the other pops. So what you're going to see in this video is you're going to see me farm Jailer of Hope, Jailer of Justice, Jailer of Prudence, and I think the last one was Jailer of Love. And then, at the very end of the video, you're going to see me fight Absolute Virtue for the very first time on Summoner with some Trust NPCs, and you're going to see the Trust NPCs that I select. Those Trust NPCs are definitely not ones you would pick for any sort of a fight. I was just picking random Trust NPCs, and I went with the theme, and I was just like, alright, let's do Seekers of Aldelin, and Trust NPCs only from that area. So you're going to see ones that are melees, and then another one that's a melee, and then another one that I think is some sort of a black mage. The only healer one that I have in there is, I forgot her name, but you'll see her name. She's part of the main storyline. She lives in that castle and has that dagger. I forgot her name. But yeah, I think she's the only healer, and even then she's kind of like a pretty terrible healer. But yeah. I was just messing around. I wasn't exactly thinking that it was going to be that difficult of a fight. And actually, it wasn't up until a certain point, until I started getting hit with meteor after meteor. But you'll see that later on in the video. First, let's head to Jailer of Justice, I believe, is the one we're heading to now. I'm going to let this play out. I was thinking about cutting all of this footage and just showing you each one of the fights, but no, I'm going to let it play out, and you guys can just watch me just hang out and have fun. Remember, this is back in 2021. Yeah, no, Jailer of Hope is where we're heading to, sorry. Jailer of Hope, and then Jailer of Justice after that, and then I forget the other ones. But yeah, up to this point, I've already done all the farming inside the palace. So I got all those items, and the only thing that was left was just to get these guys out here. I could have, if I wanted to take it seriously, I could have done it on any other job. Quite literally any other job would have been easier, but I said, F it, just come out here and have some fun on Summoner. It's been a while since I played the game, and one of the things that I do miss about playing this game is just hopping on Summoner and just summoning. That's it, playing around with avatars. So that's why I came out here with Fenrir, and then I think later on I started using Diablos, and yeah. So you're gonna see me spawn Jailer of Hope and just kind of very leisurely fight Jailer of Hope from a distance, let my avatar do all the work. I think I did the same thing for all the avatars. For all the jailers. I just stood back and let my avatar take care of all the work. Maybe even let the Trust NPC smack at it for a bit while I just healed myself. It wasn't until I fought Absolute Virtue where I realized I actually had to do something. I had to actually participate and smack them for a bit with my staff. But yeah. Let's see this. Oh, this is not the jailer. This is just some random thing that aggroed me. I do miss Sea, though. I miss Chains of Promethea. This is one of the things that I miss about the old game that I enjoyed but hated at the same time. because this zone was very interesting, but it was a whole lot of nothing. At the time, when Chains of Promethea came out and we had access to the zone, the first thing I did was just like, oh sweet, a new zone, I'm gonna go there on Beastmaster and charm things. And then I realized there was nothing to charm, and that really upset me. And then inside the palace, it's like, oh well, keep your hopes up, maybe there's something in there. And there wasn't anything in there to charm. And then I realized that this whole zone was just not Beastmaster friendly. I don't think I've ever XP'd here. Maybe once we tried and it was just not worth it. It wasn't worth the effort. It was just way too much work behind it and avoiding aggro and all sorts of things. A lot of death and no way to teleport out here. No way. At the time there wasn't a way to teleport. There wasn't. Eventually Limbus was added, and we had teleport crystals that we can go access for Limbus. But at that time there was nothing, so you had to really trek it out here. If you died, you had to really hope that you had some good friends who were able to bust your ass and go all the way out there and spend the next 15 to 20 minutes just trying to get to you to raise you. But yeah, here we go. We're going to start fighting, but first I am going to switch out my avatar, get the big boy out, and then, like I said before, I was sticking to a theme. At first I was going to do Chains of Promethea and just summon everything Chains of Promethea, or I was going to do all the Archangels, but instead I did Seekers of Aldolin, and I summoned all trust NPCs from Seekers of Aldolin, starting with Balabor, one of my favorite ones. Pretty useful in Abyssia. If you need Amberlight, is it Amberlight? Azure? No, Azure is magic. Amberlight is the one you need for, which is like magic damage, but it's not spells. Azure would be spells. Magic damage would be like a magic weapon skill. But yeah. So now that I have my NPCs out, and I have my trusty Fenrir, it's time to spawn our very first jailer. But first, I don't know, I always do this, I don't know about you guys, but I always try to line up my trust NPCs so that way they're not surrounding the mob within AoE shots. At least now they're sort of lined up in a way where if one of them is getting hit, the rest isn't. But here we go. The 3 pop items you need for this one jailer. And there it is. What type of creature would that be in real life? I would assume it is a... oh my god. I completely blanked on the name. They're on the bottom. Crap. Blanked on the name. It's not a shark. I always used to call it a shark, but although technically it is part of the shark family, not a manatee. Damn it, what do you call them? Stingray. There we go. It's a ray. Sorry, that's what I wanted to say. But it's aggressive, so it would kind of be a shark slash ray, almost like squid-like as well. But it would be somewhere between a shark and a ray. It has no eyes though. I think that would be, or maybe it does on the side. Oh, I see the eyes. Sort of. They're sort of there. So yeah, I guess it is a stingray. Because it even has the eyes in the same location that a stingray would have. As you can tell, I'm very laid back about these fights. I don't necessarily need to do much of anything. I can just stand here and let my avatar do everything, which is essentially what I do. For this fight, for the next one, I do the same thing. I believe I used a different avatar in the next fight. Like I said, I'm not going to edit out any of the stuff in the middle, but you can use the chapter markers to bounce around between each one of the fights. Mighty misses or mighty strikes, but it just missed every single one of them. Fun fact, mighty strikes on Jailer of Hope also makes some double attack as well. Back in the level 75 era, you would take a buttload of damage and almost die. Paladins and even ninjas, I guess at the time, because we tanked with ninjas, were very essential and had to get cure bombed like crazy. Well, alright then, one of the jailers down. We now have the pop item that we need, fifth virtue, and now on to the next one. As you can see, we are pretty far away from the next one, but that is fine. Jailer of Justice is where we're heading to next. And then after that we have two more jailers plus Absolute Virtue, the big boss. So we're gonna head out there with our trust NPCs and our summon, our avatar, and our fresh new fifth virtue, nice and oily, as I would assume it is. It's funny, I'm just aggroing everything along the way. I remember back in the day, if a lot of people used to do this, but there would be link shells that just get really pissed. It's just like, oh, come on, dude, you can't navigate this zone without aggroing everything in the way. And then, of course, there are people that you just know for a fact are going to do that. So every time you come out here for an event, you try to stick them with people who know how to actually navigate this zone without aggroing stuff. And they still somehow die. Well, we're almost there. Just a little bit further. And then we also have to clear out with that whatever mobs aggroed us. I remember the first time I came to this zone. So I am big on exploration and stealth. So I enjoyed getting the maps in this zone because the old way of getting the map is to touch all those little glowing orbs. You have to touch all of them, and I don't know if it was in a specific order or if you just had to touch them all. And then after touching every single one of them in the zone, you unlocked a map. So it was fun coming down here solo as a level 75 person. At the time, I think the only jobs I had were White Mage, Summoner, and Monk. Oh, and Beastmasters, those 4 jobs. So it wasn't much of anything that I could do if I aggroed something. That was essentially a death sentence. So I came down here on the safest bet was to be on either Summoner and have re-raise on, White Mage and have re-raise up, or I could have come Beastmaster with re-raise on, and if I aggroed anything, I'd throw my pet at it and run away and try logging out. So I did that. I came on Summoner, and and I ran around on the entire zone stealthily. I did that. Managed to touch everything. Didn't aggro a single thing. And got my map. And then eventually I got access to the palace. And I did the same thing by myself. But this time I think I did it on... Well, no, I did it on Summer as well. Yeah, and I did the same thing, except I aggroed a bunch of stuff, died multiple times with relays up. That was unavoidable, because you got those little things, those they're like hexagonal shaped metallic thingies that float in the air, that change form. So it would always happen to change form on me. And then you also have the pots that spin in circles, and if you walk in front of it on the wrong side, it aggroes you and attacks you. Yeah, so that was a lot of me dying and even de-leveling at one point. So fun times, fun times. But here we go. Here's the next jailer. So, the gimmick for this dude, for this Jailer of Justice, is that it spawns ads. It is, I think, a Beastmaster slash ninja. So, it spawns ads, it's pets, and the ads go after whomever's the person that spawned it, not the person that has hate. So the strategy back at the time is you come down here with an alliance, you make sure the person that's spawning it is a tank that has plenty of defense and can survive being attacked by multiple pets at the same time. And then all of the pets would just keep coming after that tank and attacking him or her. And you just keep spamming cure. Now, you can kill the ads, I think, but I think when their health gets low enough, they blow up. So you also have to be prepared for that. And it's not one of those Dynamis Divergence type of wave 3 blowing up where it only blows up on that one person that has hate. No, it's one of those explosions that hit everyone in range. So yeah. Also, I think you can't be too far away from the NM, because there's a certain distance that you have to stay within the NM. If not, something happens. I forget what it is, because that was another strategy. It's just like, oh yeah, we'll have the person spawn it and then run really far away, so that way all the ads go really far away, and when they blow up, no one is around except for the person holding hate, and they're more than likely going to die from it. But yeah, it's been a long time since I fought this guy at level 75, so I can't really remember the strategy too well. But as you can see, even look, they all used familiar. So Jailer of Justice used charm, and then the other ones used familiar. I forget what yeah, so it's a Beastmaster. It tried to charm my avatar. Charm didn't work. Yeah, I forget how many ads it can have. It looks like there's at least 6 out. About 6 of them. And you're still able to land hits on me. Because, you know, I'm a weak mage. Got no evasion. But, it's not that difficult to fight, even when I'm just casually fighting with an avatar. It's almost over, and then on to the next one. I think that is the max number of ads that it can have. It doesn't look like it's trying to summon anything else. Also, it uses both its 1 hour abilities, which was first it used Familiar, and then it followed that up by using Charm at around 10% HP, which was unsuccessful because it's an idiot and it's a Beastmaster, and Beastmasters suck. Pink Cloud, which is just blind, AoE blind. Alright, 4th Virtue. So that's 2 jailers down, 2 more to go, followed by Big Boy, Big Boss Man, Absolute Virtue. So let's head on over to Jailer of Prudence. No, hold on. Jailer of Prudence, there we go. I got confused a little bit. And that's about it. Jailer of Prudence, and followed by Jailer of Love, and then Absolute Virtue. This is me just showing you the path I'm going to take. This is me taking this path so you can see with your own little eyes. This is how I'm going to run over there. all right, let's just do it. But first, before we go, it is becoming my routine for every single one of the jailers that I fight it with a different avatar. So first we had a stingray / shark, then we had a squid. Now Jailer of Prudence is I don't know, I forgot. We'll find out when we get there. You probably know. It's been a long time. I completely forgot what Jailer of Prudence looks like. So, oh, I know what Prudence is. It's one of the what I call a dolphin. It's one of those pink-looking things that follow you but don't attack you. Yeah, it's one of those guys. And then Jailer of Love is one of the floating guys from the sky, which are supposed to be, I don't know, what kind of sea creature is that? I see these guys I call dolphins. Because they're friendly. And then there's the UFOs. I call them UFOs, but they are supposed to be, what are they supposed to be anyway? They're like white and big and have like many tentacles. They're not octopus. And their eyeballs are, or maybe they are. I don't know. What are they? What are they based off of in real life? If you guys know, answer in the comment section, please let me know. All right, those guys right there. See, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's 8 arms. No, 1, 2, 3, 6 arms. How many arms do octopus have? 8. So it's not an octopus. Oh well, whatever it is, we'll just call them UFOs for now. We're on our way to go fight the next jailer, Jailer of Prudence. We're maybe halfway there. Alright, we are nearing the pop site, spawn location, the question mark coordinates. I don't know how else to be able to say it, but we're nearing the NM location, as you can see, my avatar is busy beating something up off in the distance. I was saying before that the dolphins are non-aggressive, and then I immediately thought to myself, my avatar definitely is aggressive. Nope, it just finished killing whatever it was fighting. But, yes, we shall see Titan one day when it makes its way all the way back to us. But yes, DNM somewhere nearby. We're almost there. Thank you very much for watching this video, by the way. It is mighty kind of you to watch me do old school content in a new school type of day. There is another sphere. I believe Prudence is somewhere nearby. I'm more than likely going to check my map real quick. If I remember correctly, or maybe not, maybe I don't need to check the map. It seems like I know. By the way, like I said, the year currently is 2023. It is March 29th when I'm recording this video. Or not when I'm recording this video, when I'm dubbing this video. And you're probably watching this maybe April 1st or April 2nd of 2023. This video was actually captured back in September 11th, 2021. So several years ago. Oh, how time has passed by so quickly. Where the heck is my avatar? Did I aggro more stuff? I'm probably gonna have to resummon him. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Resummon. Or am I? Oh, I picked a different avatar. I didn't stick with Titan. Why not? Why didn't I stick with Titan? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So let's get this party started, shall we? We're gonna find our pop items. One of these things, one of those things, and one of this thing, followed by an OK, and 2 dolphins. Ah, yes. Now these typically are thieves, so they have high evasion, and if I remember correctly, you have to kill them roughly around the same time. If not, they perfect dodge, I think. I don't know. I can't remember what exactly they do, but I do know perfect dodge has to do something with it. So let's watch the fight and see how it plays out. Oh, never mind. They did perfect dodge. Oh, yes, because their HP went down separately. I think I can very easily look this up, but I'm not going to. So let's enjoy the fight, and let's see Ifrit go to work. Go to town on these 2. I forget how the mechanic works for this fight, and I think I also never figured it out throughout the fight. So they did perfect dodge like 100 times. I could have easily just done Flaming Crush and probably just killed one off real quick. As a matter of fact, I could have done, not Astral, what was that? Oh, Shift, which is AoE Terror, I think. Or AoE stun. What was I gonna say? Oh yes, I could have done. What is it called? Apogee. Is it Apogee? Yes, I could have done Apogee. Followed that up by doing Flaming Crush on one, and then Flaming Crush on the other. Sped up the fight real quick. But instead, I chose to just stand here and watch. Ifrit does all the work, and I just stand here and watch and reap the benefits, reap the rewards. Because once again, this is a chill, man. This is a chill fight. This is me just relaxing and not stressing. And doing what I couldn't do back in the day. Which is just easily kill these guys without even trying. But yes, we are halfway through the fight. Perfect dodge doesn't last very long. It's only like 30 seconds anyway. And when they do TP moves, they do it in sync. They do the same move at the same time. Which isn't all that bad. Now, terrible back in the day. Not so bad right now. Ah, speak of the devil and he shall appear. I was talking about Apogee and doing 2 blood packs, and guess what I did? I did Apogee and 2 blood packs, but instead of using Flaming Crush and ending the fight immediately, I was like, you know what? Let me not make it too easy. So I did Fire 2, and it still did a lot of damage. So now they're both at roughly around 25%. Fire 2 killed that one. And now, no drops on the first one. Still has perfect dodge up, right? Oh, used perfect dodge again. I think that is why you need to kill them around the same time, because now it's going to keep spamming perfect dodge. Watch. Let's see if it spammed it again. Once perfect dodge wears, it's going to use it again. Maybe if I... Probably not. I don't think I'm going to give it enough time. Yeah, I definitely did not. I didn't give it enough time. Whatever, that's fine. It's dead. We got what we need, which was sixth virtue. So now we can move on to the second to last jailer. Nope, this was the third. The last jailer, and then absolute virtue. All right, jailer of prudence, jailer of love, and then absolute virtue. So let's make our way over there, but first, as is customary, we must aggro everything on the way there. And even possibly summon a new avatar. I had a little boo-boo with my audio setting there in the capture, not in this recording. But yeah, if you heard the audio cut out, that was that. It confused me because I thought something was happening to my computer, but it turns out something was happening to my computer back then, 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. But anyway, we are almost there. We're almost to Jailer of Love. And we, if everything goes according to plan, we will slaughter it. And it will be nice and fun to watch. But, here we go. We are nearby. We're going to have to summon a new avatar because my other one is pretty busy at the moment doing something else. Let's see, what will I summon next? And it is going to be Titan, the avatar I summoned before and decided not to use, but we're going to use it now. I might as well buff up, because if Absolute Virtue spawns afterwards, which it does, because, you know, this is pre-recorded, then I need to be prepared. I need to make sure that my buffs are ready to rock and roll. Alright, here we go. We're going to put a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of this one, and that's it. Nope, wait, hold on. Something went wrong. What are we doing? It is actually 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And we got an M somewhere around here. There he is. Came down from the sky. Nice. Jailer of Love. Big boy. Big old boy. This is a lot of fun fighting back in the day. Could you imagine a whole bunch of little people just crowded around that, whacking at them? And you just see all these little tentacles come down and just smack you? Thunder base too. That's why I chose Titan. What's the best defense against thunder? That is Earth. That's right. You guys are smart. You know your stuff. Well, anyway, we're seeing this fight go along. Titan doing it, putting in the work, smacking him up. I forget what Jailer of Love does. What is Jailer of Love's job traits? Black magic. So it probably uses mana font. It can't be interrupted when it has mana fonts up. But I forget what else it does. Knockback. Huh. What else does Jailer of Love do? And no, I'm not going to search it up. I'm going to find this out as I watch this video from 2 years ago. Thundaga 3. I remember when Thundaga 3 was actually something special. And painful too. Let's see. Let's speed this up a little bit by doing... I thought I was going to do something... I thought I was going to use a weaker blood pack, but I guess not. Crag Throw? Is that what I just used? Yeah, Crag Throw is awesome. Boom! That graphic looks terrible. It stands out so much. It doesn't look anything like the rest of the stuff that you're looking at. But it's always looked like that. Even when it's modded, it still looks like really terrible, like a low polygon graphic. I don't know why. It makes no sense why it looks like that, but whatever. So Crag Throw is pretty weak. It's pretty useless. It's one of the only blood packs... Oh, that did a lot of damage. It's one of the only blood packs that is considered a ranged attack. Actually, yes, Titan is the only one that has ranged blood packs. It has that one, Megalith Throw, which I believe is another ranged attack, and Rock Throw. So anything ending with the word throw is a ranged attack. How good are they? Well, how often do you see summoners using these blood packs? Never. So they're pretty freaking useless. They're terrible blood packs. But they do look kind of cool, seeing Titan pick up a rock and throw it across whatever you're fighting. Alright, ladies and germs, we are nearing the conclusion of this fight against Jailer of Love. Astroflow. It's weird, Astroflow isn't really a dust cloud. Astroflow, it isn't really what I would assume to be Astroflow, like an avatar popping out and Crag Throw. Look at this. Look how cool this looks. Oh. Boom! Take that, stupid Jailer of Love. It doesn't drop anything, but if you're patient and if you're lucky, you will get Absolute Virtue. who will spawn immediately, link with everything in the area, and attack you. I still have hate, even though my avatar hit it a few times. Is it hitting me? Yeah, look, it's still attacking me, even though my avatar is hitting it. Oh, I just killed that ad. Easily. Now... And now is when you start to panic, even though it missed me multiple times. Now to have a little bit of fun. This is where I actually... Holy shit! Sorry about that. This is where I actually engage and have my... Hopefully have my trusted PCs heal me and heal themselves, because now is where things start to get a little bit troublesome. Just a little bit troublesome. Because it keeps attacking me, as you notice. It doesn't matter how much damage my avatar is doing, it still attacks me. And now it is spamming meteor. It has weapons out. It just used jump on me. I think it's out of reach. I can't see myself. There we go. I have protect and shell up. Thanks to my trust NPCs. I probably should switch my avatar. Meteor. Oh shit. Oh shit. Do I have re-raise up? No, I don't have re-raise up, so if I die, that's the end of me. Oh, resummoned. Silent up. Magic defense boost. I gotta lock my weapon in place. I think that's the next thing I do, is lock my weapon, because I keep switching and I'm losing all my TP. Got Diabolus. I don't know why I have Diabolus out. Can't remember. I already have magic defense boost out. Don't know why I summoned Diabolus. Did it just sleep my avatar? I think it just did. Diabolus, the dark-faced avatar, just got put to sleep. Now everyone's poisoned and I'm stunned. Uh-oh. Things are not looking good for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I finally locked my staff in place, so now I'm not losing my TP. Why do I have Diabolus out? That's so weird. Maybe it was because I was afraid of the sleep guy? It's got bracelets out. Oh, I think it's because I was trying to use Nightmare on the ads. That's such a stupid idea. I think I do switch my avatar out eventually. See, I switched it here for Garuda. I think that was for Haska. Boom, Haska. And then, what did I summon now? It is Ramen. At this point, I was like, I gotta get this fight over with. If not, I'm gonna die. So this is, I think all the jailers work this way. Actually, no, they don't. This jailer, Absolute Virtue, it attacks whoever spawns it, and it just keeps attacking. So, if you're going to do this the old school way, at level 75, you spawn it with a tank, someone who can survive the attacks, and you just make sure to spam Cure on his ass, or her ass. Make sure they don't die, because it's just going to keep getting hit by everything that's more. But, yeah. I got all my trust NPCs, all my wyverns, all those wyverns. I'm assuming they all exploded on me and I didn't realize it. Oh, that's why I had it all dropped. AoE move just killed all the ads in one shot. I was ready for that. Good thinking, me. You're welcome, me. Alright, now I got level 3 Aftermath up. And I believe I'm going to end it with... Why do I have Flame? Did I summon Flame? Oh, Aphids. I think I was going to end it with Flame Crush. One of my avatars just died. One of my trusted PCs just died. Flame Crush? How did I end this fight? The fight's almost over. It's at like 1%, 2%, 1% now. And... Shatter Soul. I killed Absolute Virtue with the staff weapon skill. That's hilarious. But yeah, that was the fight. Thank you so very much for everyone to stay tuned and watch the entire process from the, not from the beginning, but from that one jailer that I did. Jailer of hope and justice and courage. And sounds like we're talking about Captain Planet. But, no, is that Captain Planet? I don't know. Thank you so much. That was the very first time I've ever killed Absolute Virtue. And, it's pretty dope. Pretty awesome. I didn't even see what drops I got, but you can always just go back and rewind the footage and just pause it. It's the great thing about recording your progress, right? Well, guys, thank you so much. I don't know if I'll ever play 11 again, but it was nice going back and seeing this footage and seeing something that I did back in the times, back in the Yay days and the days of the before Master levels, before Odyssey, before... actually, no, I had Odyssey gear at this point, so Odyssey did exist. But Empyrean +2 and +3 armor did not, so... Alright, take care everyone, I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I think one of the only things left on my bucket list things to do from level 75 era was killed Vertra. And I don't know if that'll ever happen, so yeah. Goodbye, everybody. Peace.